I'm Julie Kratz. I am a speaker and a trainer in my business, Next Pivot Point. And I have these conversations about gender equality all the time inside organizations. This series is really dedicated to give you a window into how to have this kind of conversation, and more importantly, how to advance the conversation and move forward and pivot forward on gender equality. So the fourth key question I would ask if I were a leader or really any ally inside an organization wanting to contribute and be part of the solution versus the problem around gender equality is, what are some examples of times we've actually gotten this right? Okay? So it's important to note some successes along the way. We're not all bad. We're not doing all the bad things. Certainly no one's perfect, and this isn't a scorecard, this isn't a competition, but I think it's important at this point in the conversation to recognize, hey, what are some good things we're doing? Have we set goals, for example? Are we measuring progress, for example, on gender equality? Are we educating people on the importance of this and giving people tools like unconscious bias awareness, like how to have an inclusive meeting where all voices are heard, because women's voices are 4 times less likely to be heard in meeting settings or even invited to meeting settings or social gatherings. So how do you make sure you're checking bias, you're having inclusive meetings, and you're measuring progress on the goals that you're hopefully setting in place? Now more than ever, it's important that we have all voices included in the conversation on gender equality. We are stronger together when we're leveraging our voices. So highlighting the success reel, saying, here's what we've done right over the last 1, 2, 3 years, then pivot forward. What do those success stories tell us about what works at our organization? Because there is no magic bullet solution that will work for every single corporate culture. But what does that tell us about what we can do to pivot forward successfully, leveraging those past examples of success? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And oftentimes, if we empower everyone in the organization, our employee resource groups, our women leaders, our men as allies, and engage in healthy discussions and continue education on key topics around inclusion, we start to naturally see the benefits of gender equality. Join me for the next video, 5th question. You're not alone in this conversation though. I am here for you. Check out nextpivotpoint.com for a full video series on all of these 5 questions unpacked in detail, along with me personally. Send me a note with your strategies, your stories, your ideas. Tell me what worked, what's not working. Julie at nextpivotpoint.com. I personally respond to every email I get, usually the same day. So thank you for being an ally.